Man, spitting that fire. That fire getting spit right now. You feel that? Woo! Snap. What's up, Tap fam? Today we got another episode. We're on episode 5 with the first in-person podcast and testimonial. I got my boy right here. He's been to 3 different high schools, 2 colleges, and now playing overseas for basketball. Give it up for my boy, Jonathan Davis right here. All right. So, before we get started, tell the people about yourself a little bit.
Well, like he said, my name is Jonathan Davis. We, grew up together, went to Littlefield High School. From Littlefield High School, I transferred to Levelland, of course, played basketball all my life. From there, I kind of bounced around school, so I went from Levelland to Littlefield. And then my senior year, I graduated from Lamesa, sadly. But basically, I've just played basketball and tried to take off with it.
Played basketball, more like dominated. You dominated basketball. What you mean?
I've done a lot of different things, and I went to college for basketball. First, I walked on, but then ended up getting a scholarship. From there, I transferred to a JUCO. Tried to go somewhere from there. Tried to go D1. Ended up getting cut from the team due to injuries, but stuff happens. From there, I took a couple years off. I started a clothing brand. I went to a barbering school. Ended up graduating barbering school. Got my license, and from there, I got offered to go for tryouts to go play overseas in Italy, and so I took that offer. Played over there for about a year and a half. Came back, and I've been here ever since until recently. Went back and played in Spain. But
told y'all, he the man with the plan. He heard him basketball, got barber, got clothing brand. He doing a lot right now. So you can catch him with the clothes, haircut if you need it, anything. He got you. Now, let's get to the question. First question is, where do you see yourself being led in anything that you do? Like, what makes you do what you do? Do you do it on your own will, or do you wait and test the waters? Like, how do you go about it?
Honestly, I say I just do it. So, like, in my mindset, I figured I found out basically, like, if you don't just go and do it, if you don't just jump in head first, then you're never gonna do it.
Is jumping head first your type of faith? Like, that's you lean on faith? I'm
just doing it, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It wasn't meant to be.
You don't have any regrets that you did it though.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm like,
makes sense. That's exactly how I was. I was the same way. You know how many business I started?
That's what I'm saying.
So many. I was like, yeah, it didn't work out. Well, on to the next one. I'll be disappointed. I mean, I'm disappointed, but it's going in from there. I heard you say that you got hurt too. You got hurt when you were going? How did that make you feel?
It kind of crushed me. I'm not gonna lie. It hurt because, basketball being something that I wanted to do, and especially since you know me, my brother, that's something that I wanted to, carry on.
Got you.
And I got hurt, and I figured it was over. Like, I kind of partially tore my patella tendon, which is in your knee right here.
It's always the knee. It's always the freaking knee.
Yeah, so it was kind of like I thought it was done. I took a whole year off of basketball, working out, everything, and then kind of got a door open to go to a different college as a walk-on, and then he offered me a scholarship.
What college was this?
Western.
Okay.
Western Texas in Snyder.
Snyder, got you. And during that time that you spent away from basketball, do you think it was a sign that you were beginning to idolize basketball more than anything else?
Not necessarily idolize it, but I feel like that time off of basketball and off of school and stuff like that I feel like it kind of helped me mentally and physically. Because physically my body was probably tired. And that not fully tearing and partially tearing it was maybe a sign of me to take a break and,
Got you.
you know, let my body rejuvenate. Because playing basketball since I was, what?
It's a little legit. That's
Yeah, like young.
I'm talking about this man was
So,
small. I was taller. I was taller than him. And now we stand up. I gotta look up. You know? That's why I keep telling I used to call him Baby Anthony Davis, because that's who he reminded me of. Without the unibrow.
Without the
of course.
unibrow.
Yeah, no unibrow. No unibrow.
I have that.
But that's great. So if you had more time to, do you believe you found your purpose yet? Your awakening moment? Any signs?
Honestly, I feel like now, like me going and hooping, you know, in Italy and Spain was kind of eye opening, honestly. Like, you know, even though I wasn't there for, you know, years and, you know, got exposure to everything, but just the experience of being there and, you know, people seeing that from, you know, a kid from a small town, Littlefield, you know, graduated from La Mesa, 4A. No one's ever even heard of these little places.
Yeah.
And getting the chance to go do that is, you know, it's kind of eye-opening. And then it gives people, you know, like the younger generation, the youth, like a chance.
Got you.
To know that they have a chance to go do that. Like, and it's crazy. A lot of, you know, especially like my old high school in Mesa, I've had a lot of the young kids like now hit me up. Hey, can you help me with this? Or what did you do to get here? Or how did you do this?
That's a testimony.
So it's just kind of cool to know I can help out.
Got you. So if you know for a fact that you're not where you want to be, but you know you're heading in the right right direction. So if you could tell the young ones right now, you know, not to give up, because there's going to be trials, you know, to test if you really want to do it.
Yeah.
There's going to be times when you have to make the hardest decision on sacrifice. Do I want to, I don't know what these kids be doing, stay up and scroll TikTok and play video games all night, or do I want to get my head in the books and make sure that I'm better than I was yesterday? Because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to want the same thing that you want.
Yeah.
And they only going to pick the best of the best to get there.
Go somewhere.
So what would you tell them?
Honestly, I would say if you got your mindset on doing something, it's there for a reason. Like, I've had a lot of stuff come through my head. Like I said, the basketball, the barbering, the clothing brand, all that stuff popped in my head for a reason. And it stayed there for a reason. And I've seen a quote, and it basically, I use it throughout anything I do, basically. And it's like, if it's in your head, God put it in your head for a reason. It's put in your life for a reason. So if you have that business idea, if you have that, you know, want to start a YouTube, you know, like you're doing podcasts or something like that, I say do it. You're going to struggle. You're going to find people that hate, people that, you know, say you can't do it or your stuff sucks.
Well, I already heard that twice already.
You know, but I've had, you know, with my clothing brand, I had some trash, you know, styles, trash designs. But I'm like, you're never going to learn to, you know, expand or be at the top if you never started. Exactly. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I got you. Trust me, I know. Like, got the clothing brand too. I mean,
so you're never gonna be where you want to be if you never, you know, do it or take the time or basically be fundamentally sound to do it. You have to make sacrifices.
Yeah, like I said, it's gonna be a lot. Speaking of sacrificing, are you aware of the book of Job, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So you know how he did everything to the best of his ability and still went through the trials and lost everything and never questioned. Well, he questioned why, but he didn't curse God.
Yeah, he never took his name out.
And he got rewarded at the end, double of everything he lost.
Yeah.
So people, listen up. You might be going through the worst storm ever, but at the end of the day, did you stay faithful? Did you continue to walk in Christ? Okay? Did you continue to do it? Because you don't never know what's going to be on the other side once you go through it. Don't allow these naysay haters to tell you can't do nothing. I heard so many people say, I can't do this. You won't do it. You won't last. As soon as something happens, you're going to be doing something else. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing this to spread the word. That's what I'm doing. And simple folks like us, we got a story to tell, you know? It only takes you to relate to one person. Like I said, he is a basketball phenomenon. You know, he's trying to get up there. And his story alone is going to reach out to younger kids that also want to be a basketball phenomenon, especially around this area. So that you don't have to move to a big city and do all this other stuff to get to that top level. What would you think your level of discernment's at?
Honestly, I wouldn't, put myself over, a lot of people. I would just kind of be pretty low. If that makes sense.
Like entry level?
Yeah.
Okay, see, he's
I was like,
he's being honest. He's very honest. Okay, so
I'm not gonna white lie.
I actually did a video over discernment, and I put it as, because it's way more levels. It's a lot of levels. The more you grow in your walk, you become more spiritual mature. Right now, I've only been on this true walk that I've been for almost 2 years now. I've been on and off, and so consistently now, my discernment, I would still say I'm on the same level as you. I have a little bit more understanding to it.
You have a lot more knowledge than I would.
Yeah, but I'm still on the same level overall. Yeah. And like you can literally sit there and say, "Oh, I know that is wrong 100%." If they say, "Oh, Jesus is not the Son of God," you can literally sit there and you can have that much of discernment to say like he is the Son of God.
I mean, a lot of stuff I'm not gonna say a lot of stuff is, and I'm not gonna say like I'm talking down on the Bible and stuff like that. But like a lot of stuff is kind of common sense. Like in the Bible, it's a lot of stuff that makes sense that people try to flip around or switch the words, and that's where a lot of people get confused, and a lot of people you start questioning. They start questioning God and stuff like that.
Exactly. See, he already knows. See, so you're a lot farther than a lot of people that claim to be older than us. Yeah. And they still don't know right from wrong, truth from false, none of it. Yeah. So that's a good start that you actually know that. Going forward, how would you see about increasing your faith and your walk with Christ?
Actually, I've come to basically come to and said that whatever I do is gonna be with His name in it.
Gotcha.
Like whether it's starting a company or starting a business or anything like that, anything I do is gonna be with Him and my brother, regardless of anything I do. So just like with the clothing brand. My clothing brand is called Unspoken Dreams. I have dreams that I've never, brought to the light, never told anybody about, but I don't have to.
Yeah, because they there.
Like that's for me. A dream isn't for the next person. A dream isn't for, your family or anything like that. A dream is for you, and only God knows about it. Basically, so He put it there for a reason. Like I said, recently, He put it there for a reason, and you just got to follow with Him.
Yeah, it's up to you to listen to it or not.
Yeah, like He's gonna open a door for you, and as long as you take the walk through the door, it's gonna close.
Exactly. How would you know if you're listening to a righteous voice compared to a misleading voice? Because some people have it where they can't tell the difference. They're like, "Oh, this God told me that I need to go and do this," but did He really? Like, it doesn't make sense. Why would He tell you to do something such as this? Right. Example.
Why would He tell you, to go set up somebody, something like that? Well, like, in I guess like recent events, the start of 2025, I was jobless with car payment, rent, bills. I didn't have a job. I mean, I had, I was with like a company that was selling knives, and I had my haircutting business and stuff like that. And in my head, I'm like, it's something I need to do. Like, I was looking for a job. I was I applied for over 50 jobs.
Oh yeah, I feel you on that one.
And and I'm not don't want to bring race into it, but a black man in America trying to find a job is not something that's easy.
Living testimony right here.
Like
it's not.
Like, and people say it's not because you're black, it's not because of this, but I'm a black man, I'm tatted, it's
got the cultural,
yeah,
afro. Like, why we have you with the afro
with a tattoo? I got a whole,
same.
So it's like, why you? But yeah, I did that, and this, I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it's called Cutco. I know every college student done it, but I did that for a few months, and it was something that helped me through like that process of following him because he put that there. They hired me instantly. Had an interview the next day. I applied, got the job, made enough money to pay rent, used haircutting to pay bills. And I feel like me not worrying, like ever putting all my faith into him and just, whatever happens, it's not in my hands anyways.
Okay.
I can't control it.
See, I was just about to ask you that. When you find yourself in the dark with one, just like a tunnel, you see that light at the end of the tunnel, and that's the only way to go because I see nothing else around me.
Yeah.
I want to focus on that one light so I can get there. I feel like it's what you did.
Definitely.
Because you definitely was surrounded by a lot of things. I was there too, man. When you have responsibilities, you tend to do what's necessary, but you don't want to jeopardize what you got going on at the same time. So it's like, hey, I'm trying to do it the right way. I'm applying. Nobody's hiring me. What am I supposed to do?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, have you tried? Have you prayed about it? Have you honestly had a connection? It's like, I need money. You know what I'm saying? I need money. I ain't got time for that. And it's like, so you putting the love of money over God, the Father? It's like, no. It's like, that's what it sounds like. Yes, we know you're desperate, but at the same time, your trials isn't greater than His grace, His blessings. So I had to rewind myself,
back up and put yourself in.
I just got back from being out of town. I lost my job due to my health. Had blood clots, so my contract got terminated.
Yeah.
Gave up on my house or my apartment that was here to go out there to get, make more money, and lost it within 2 months. So now I'm like, oh crud, I gotta come back here again. Yeah. I got no place to stay, no job. Jobs takes forever to hire me because background. I got a background, so it's like it takes forever to hire me. And then I was sleeping in my car for a minute, just doing Uber Eats and DoorDash with my homie. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about you, because me and him were up till dawn just doing DoorDash. And by the time we got the money run, we split it in half, and I put $40 into gas because it was my car that we're using, and we split that other part between I made nothing. The only thing I could pay for is probably a cheeseburger. Man.
Yeah, some food.
Cheeseburger. And from there, I was just so devastated and kept trying to do things my way. I'm like, okay, maybe if I do this, I could do this. Maybe if I do this, I could do this. And old man told me, this old man, I don't even know who he is, but I thank him so much because without his help, I wouldn't have gotten here. He kept saying, I'm hearing a lot of I. Like, if you want this, where's the Father in all of this? God at? So I just took a step back and started thinking, man, he's right. I'm like, he's right. I'm like, where is the Father in everything I got going on? I'm like, he should be in the center of everything I got going on, but I'm putting him all the way in the back burner because I'm focused on trying to get all this going.
Yep.
And somebody put me on to Pastor Philip. I don't know if you know who he is.
Is that black dude
with the beard?
Yeah, I know. He come on my TikTok.
Yeah. Fire. I'm telling you, that's the pastor. Y'all listen to Pastor Philip. I'm telling y'all,
he pops up.
He's the one who got me serious. He made me feel terrible about myself. Everything that I used to do, I literally don't do it no more because I feel that I don't want to do it no more. I do not want to do it no more, man. But started listening to Pastor Philip and started reading more. Started still was trying to find a church at the time, but I was his online disciple for getting the word through him at the time. And I just gave it all to God. I said, you know what? I've been trying to do it my way, and I haven't gotten anywhere besides more stress. I feel like my health is failing me. I feel like as though I could die tomorrow morning. That's how bad it is. And you know what I mean? I got a mini me. I got a mini me.
Yeah.
You know, I can't give up. I'm like, if I can't live for me, I got to live for him at least. So that's the bare minimum. And that I gave it all to God. And within a couple of months, it didn't take 2 days and then I was good again. It took a couple more months. So it wasn't until January of last year. Like, this is officially 1 year of me being here. And,
okay.
I got a blessing from my friend in Kansas.
Okay.
She just so happened to hear me out. I wasn't asking for money, nothing. I just, wanted to vent, because you could trust people to vent too, and it's not coming back to you. So I was venting to her about the situation. Next time I know, I woke up, she sent me $5,000, and she said, "Get you a place. Go get you a place." And it's like, "I'll pay you back." And she was like, "No, don't worry about it. It's cool. Just, you got to do this for your son, and you need a place." So I was like, "I'll pay you back. I'm gonna pay you back."
Yeah.
This is before I got a job, so I didn't even have a job yet. So I was like, "Okay, I got a place now. Now it's time to get a job.
Time to find something."
So prayed about it again, and this one was pretty fast. Got an email saying like, "Oh, come to Express." So I'm like, "Express?" I'm like,
What's that?
that's a hiring company. It's like a little temp service hiring. So I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember I did that like 3-4 years ago." I was like, it's crazy how it popped up when oh snap, this is my sign. So I took no hesitation. I'm like, "Thank you," and I went straight to Express. Literally the next day, got a job. Was there for 3 days, got cut. But instead of me getting mad, I was like, "Hey,
You just kinda
go right back to Express." And ever since then, from October 2025 to now, 2024, sorry, since October 2024, I've been at this job making water bottles. At first, it seems boring, annoying, but it maintained everything I needed to do. Everything. No matter what I want to do, it was done. And ever since then, I've been grateful for it. And my 1 year from being here, almost 1 year and a half actually, but 1 year from being here, it just goes back and look on it like, if you would stop doing things, if you just learn to stop doing things your way and just trust the process, you are the most impatient little man I've ever seen. But hey, you got some fight in you, I give you that, but just stop and think and just trust me.
stop fighting.
Exactly. So it was like, here we are, people. Here we are, man. I got a roof over the head. I got things from family. All of it. But that's my testimony. Like, hey, even with a background, even through whatever you got going on that you think is gonna hinder you from being something in life, like his story too. He didn't let him getting hurt define him at all. He's just like, "Hey, I'm just gonna take a break. I'm gonna come back better. That's all I can do." Same here. You just gotta find that story and let it inspire you to go out and do the same for others. This is what this is about. The Awakening Purpose podcast. We don't already awaken your purpose, all right? It's up to you to go and do that and let God guide you. So you got any questions for me, sir?
I got one question.
What's up?
One important question. How do you look back now from your earlier years of high school and junior high, and then look in the mirror now? It's like, how do you see yourself now?
Oh, man.
Like, would you say that you're glad you're proud of the man that you become, or
I would say I'm proud of the man that I'm becoming, because I ain't done yet. I got a long way to go, but I have came a long way. Because me, I was told, "Oh, you're gonna be in jail for the rest of your life. You're gonna probably be dead. You gonna do this. You gonna do that." And I'm just like, and in the beginning, they were right. It was my anger and my stupidity and thinking I knew it was best for me over anybody else telling me like, hey, don't do this because this is gonna happen. No, I know it ain't. And then it happened.
It happened.
Oh, wow. Hey, I need y'all to come get me right quick. What you said happened. So now, hello? Oh, I should listen. Maybe instead of calling on them, I should have called on God. But, yeah, looking back on it, I was like, I'm pleased. I'm not satisfied yet until I become 100% to the very end. I fought the good fight and I ran the good race of being that man of God, and then passing that on to my youngs, and then just keep it going, and knowing like the generations moving forward is gonna be in good hands.
Yeah.
It's not. If it was for everybody, I'm talking about everybody. Great, fantastic. That's the goal. But only a small percentage is gonna take it, apply it, and then continue to pass it on, and then
you're trying to reach out and touch, those little hearts and souls and minds that you can.
And the younger, the better, because they're like a sponge. If you have them soaking in the world all the time, when they get older, that's what they're gonna love is the world. You gotta tell them what it was. I don't know which chapter it was, but I know what book. It was the Book of Moses, Deuteronomy. Teach the child the way to go. No, it wasn't Deuteronomy. I'm sorry. It was Proverbs.
Okay.
Proverbs. It was teach a child the way to go, and they will never depart. Because if you teach them and instill them early, like, hey, this is the man that I want you to be, that God needs you to be. And if you don't see that every day in you, then it's like, well, you didn't do it. Why I got to do it? It grows that resentment and then the disrespect, and then it's going to continue another cycle that you want to end. So like I said, I used to be, I'm doing this for my son. I'm just going to work so I can do it for my son.
Or you can provide.
But now I'm doing this because God's not done with me. Exactly. God has a story. Instead of saying me, I, here, that, it's God. This is for God. It's a podcast I'm doing. I'm scared to do it, but it's been on my mind so much lately. Prayed about it, and I was like, just do it. Just do it. The worst that's going to happen is
it don't blow up. It don't,
It's not even about blowing up.
Not even blowing up, but like, getting that follow and stuff like that to be able to reach out and spread the word that you want to spread, or spread the knowledge that you have. Yeah. But, of course, not seeing the growth can and will, kind of mess with you.
True.
But
the goal was, when I first thought about or not me thinking about, but putting it on my heart to doing this, I wanted to have different interviews with every podcast or every pastor in Lubbock. That was what I was going to do. That way I can get different perspectives and have them teach me as y'all going. Yeah. So any pastors that's watching, we got this seat right here with this gentleman sitting. Come and teach me a couple things, and continue to grow. That's what this is all about. It's growing. That's the main focus. But moving forward, anything that the Lord puts on your heart to do, have my back, or I have your back 100%, man, on whatever it is.
Oh, definitely. That same here. Like I said, especially like when I got back from over there, so I said I was gonna get a shirt. I said I was gonna get a hoodie, and well, a lot of shit did happen. Sorry for my, language.
You did.
But a lot of stuff did happen, and had to spend some money. Had to do this, but I wanted to, make it up, and I was like, okay, let me reach out about the podcast and stuff like that. And as soon as I seen that you did it, or like actually started it, I'd quickly, subscribe.
No, I know. So I was like, it's literally the first one. I was like, who? Oh, snap! First one. That's what I'm talking about. Just between us, you subscribe faster than a couple other people that might not be named. That would not be named. That knows about it before anybody else knew about it, and you still subscribe first. I was like, how he do it before you and you knew about it? Thanks for your support. Somebody, I ain't gonna name him. Somebody, but
But
Yeah, it means a lot. Supporting, that's what we do. We've been supporting each other for the longest. I still got the shirt I bought from your Unspoken Dreams.
And I was supposed to bring my new one.
I got a little fat for it, though. It shrunk up, looked like a crop top. I was like,
yeah. But it was cotton, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was that what is it? Gildan. So, back in the, from the startup. But yeah, I do got my other shirt that I was supposed to bring, but I had them all on the thing, and I was rushing to get dressed and stuff like that. But I will drop one off, and it's that new one, that butterfly one I have.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. It's one that you had the website on too.
Yeah.
Okay,
and I got a whole big thing of them, and at this point, I'm just kind of like getting rid of them.
Makes sense. Maybe getting rid of this, and then you might get some.
That's what I was just like. I spent this money, and it didn't go nowhere. I made a little money off of it, but I'm like, at this point, it's just. They're sitting here. They're not making money. They're not doing anything for me. I might as well put them out there and, get my name or something out there.
Yeah, who knows, man? I told you, you in the same boat, man. I read because I used to have the True Apparel clothing brand.
You just renamed.
Yeah, I rebranded everything to go into the faith and started off pretty hot. People like to support it and kind of took a stall. Just haven't been there. No matter what I'm dropping, no matter what I'm doing, it's like okay, but. Why are you doing this? Are you doing it to spread the love of the message and the Father out, or are you doing it for money? For the money. And then that's when I once again took a step back and I was like, yes, I will be lying to you people if I did not say I would want to have some type of money. It's not that I love the money. It's just, hey, I'm invested in this.
I want to be stable. Yes. I want the stability of having this. And I've always said and I tell a lot of people, I don't want the money for my purposes. I got money now, but I never spend money on myself, really. I'll spend money on my girl. I'll spend money on my brother. I'll buy stuff for my dad, my mom, And I've prayed to, God saying, don't, if my purpose isn't just to be here, then let me know what it is. And if it's to, help people out, help others out, I always told them, use me to fill other people's pockets, to fill other people's mouths. And I started doing that before whenever I was back struggling. I said that. And I started saying, I put all my worries, I put all my stress, I put everything that's on you. I don't want any of it. I don't want to worry about it. I just want you to handle everything, and it's on you because you're over my life. This is not my story, which it is, but it's not.
He's the author.
He's writing it,
taking it page by page, day by day until you get to that last chapter.
Exactly.
Tell him, look back and just think, I abided, I obeyed. Because the difference between believing God and obeying. When you obey, it's harder. Being a devoted Christian, I don't care what nobody says, it's the hardest thing. You have to give up so much of yourself. Because I didn't even know even getting angry, cussing at somebody was the worst thing ever. It's fleshly. You literally have to pick up your cross. I didn't even know what that meant. What do you mean pick up your cross? I gotta actual cross and walk carry it. Yeah, I ain't doing that in the snow. What you talking about? I was like, huh? But you literally have to pick up your cross and die every day. That means die to yourself.
Yep.
The things that you like I said, pornography, lustfulness. That's the one thing. Oh my God, I'm fighting that like crazy. It just come out of nowhere. I could just be scrolling and all of a sudden I see something like, ooh, Then I'm like, I feel bad. See, now I feel bad since I did it. And now I'm like, I gotta go repent. It's about repenting and just ask for forgiveness is two different things, though. When you repent, you look at yourself, look up, and be like, no more. I'm cutting it off. Just like Pastor Philip said, he was quoting actually, but I'm quoting a quoter. So don't quote me on this, people. If your eyes causes you to sin, take them out. If your hands cause you to sin, cut them off. It's better for you to enter the kingdom a broken man than into the hell a complete whole man. Yeah. And from there, take it. You know, I do great on some days. Some days I might fall a little short and be like, dang, why'd I do that? Why'd I let this person get me out of character knowing they ain't worth nothing in my life? But then, like, maybe he keeps sending me. I ask God for patience.
Yep.
You gotta be careful what you ask for. I ask God to help me control my anger. Then he's like, okay, I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna give you what you want. Boom. Well, I was just like, oh, crap.
Like,
why you keep I don't want to do it. I'm like, you keep making me. Oh, I asked for this, though.
Yep.
I asked for patience. Now I gotta wait forever on some stuff. I'm like, oh, man. I was like, but hey, he wouldn't be doing it if he knew he couldn't get through it.
Couldn't get through it.
So I'm gonna give you a challenge he can't handle. So that's why I say moving forward, every day is not gonna be easy. Some days are easier than others. But overall, like I said, I'm inspiring to be a complete man of God, because I know I'm far, far, far from it. I'm only in 2 years, you know, and with me running around, I wanted him to have a better start than me.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, since he's already young and going up there,
yeah,
I'll be reading. I don't know if y'all see it, these little Bible books to him all the time, and we be watching sermons. I'll be taking him to church and just get in there. And the thing that really like melted my heart and pleased me is his birthday that passed.
Yeah.
I asked him what he wished for after he blew the candle. He's like, I wish for Jesus. And I was just like, oh, snap. I was like, I thought he was going to say something like, I want a toy. Spider-Man, something like that. I wish for Jesus. And I was like, I'm pleased. I'm very pleased because this is
you reached him.
Yes, I'm like, this is what I'm happy for. Like, I'm trying to push you into. So the more that happens, the more I know that I'm doing what God's will is to be on there and discipline him to be a disciple, because I don't want him to be late like me, doing it at 20. I was 24 years old, 25, and I'm 26 now, gonna be 27. Ooh. 30 right there too.
I'm 23, gonna be.
You still young. My back hurt now. I shouldn't have said that.
My everything hurt still.
You know, I broke my leg, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got the bad knees. I just don't know why it's us. At least your height didn't get affected. You already up there. I was 5'7.5" in 8th grade. I was like, okay, I'm stuck like that. Right? But yeah, I was just. And that's one thing I learned through my walk too. It's loving my imperfectness.
Yeah.
You know, had cancer.
Yeah.
It took me forever to accept myself for that. I'm still every now and then like, dang, I wish. You know what? It's okay. It don't matter. Man, I wish I never broke my leg. I could have been 6'3". I would have been like a ball like this man. I'm envious.
Yeah.
I'm very jealous because I'm like, dang, I want a beard because this man got a beard. And he walk around with a baby face. You want to see I call him baby face assassin. But just stuff like that. So it's like I said, there's a lot of things. I'm far from being ready. Once I can cut off all that enviness, I kind of went down on my greed, because most of all the things I do now is just, as long as it pays the rent and put money on the table, I'm cool. I don't care about that extra stuff. As long as the bare minimum is taken care of. We have that extraness, give it to the church. It's the tithe, just whatever. It don't even have to be 10%. Just give it to the church, because it's not ours. He gave us what we needed to be there to continue on. So that's extra now. It's his. Just give it to him. And once people see that, like, nobody knows about it. Nobody knows the struggle. Nobody knows, like, just like you know, until you just have somebody that you trust to open up to, and you always have somebody there, you know, every single time. You just turn around and be like, hey, people don't think you're crazy to talk to yourself, but they don't know what they don't know.
At all. So, I've had plenty of days I'm sitting there like, why? Like, why is this happening to me? Why do I have to go through all this? And this dude's out here living his best life, 20 years old, 19 years old. And I'm just like,
I feel you on that one. And that's why I always go back. Every time I complain about what I'm going through, I always go back to Job. I'm like, ain't gonna get no worse than that. I mean,
yeah.
So, but me being envious, and you don't know what he does. You don't know if he in a cult, sold his soul to somebody, got some things.
That's what I be at.
He's just trying to get you to do it. But like, oh yeah, if you just hit the link below, I can make you a millionaire tomorrow morning. And you be like, am I desperate enough to do so? Am I in that much in need of money, trying to be it overnight, that I'm willing to devalue my principles and who I am.
Yeah, and that's something I feel like that you got to really dig and know it's not right. That's the same thing with what we were talking about earlier, where it's like, wrong from right, or, true or false.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that's too good to be true. You're not, it happens, props to whoever it's happened to, and they didn't sell their soul. They didn't do all this, under the table stuff, but it's not going to happen if you don't have the right mindset, if you don't have the right following. And by following, I don't mean, subscribers or people, I mean like following as in the Lord, the Bible, the belief in what you can do, what you want to do. If you don't have that, if that's not in your, little circle, then whatever you do after that is not going to work. It may seem like something is working. There might be some doors and something like that, but it's not the right doors. It's not a door that you need to be going through or a hallway you need to be walking through. That's leading you the wrong direction. It's farther away than the door of Christ. And I'm not just saying that to, say I'm, Christ and I'm a follower, a big follower, stuff like that. I'll say right now, I don't go to church. I don't read my Bible. But at the same time, I feel like I don't need to. Because at the end of the day, God isn't in your Bible. God isn't in that church. God is in you. He built you. He made you. At the end of the day, you can't go somewhere else and reach out for him. You can't go in that church and someone talk to you. That's not God. That's not him, physically there. There's a lot of these churches that preach the wrong word.
Oh yeah, 100%.
There, the Bible. There's a lot of Bibles that could be sold that aren't that word.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The discernment is the one that goes.
It's like, you don't need to. You could talk to him every day. Just like they say you could talk to your loved ones every day. You could talk to him every day. And there's a saying that Steve Harvey said, and I go by that too. You have not because you ask not.
Got you.
So if you don't ask to have all this on your plate, if you don't ask how are you going to get through this, or where I should go, not questioning him, not asking him, why did you do this to me?
Yeah.
But asking him, how are you going to get through this? Can you show me the way? Can you put in my heart that I can do this? That's the questions that you can ask him. That's the question. Well, not that you can, but you need to ask him. If you're going through hard times, if you're going through a questiony phase, you need to ask him what you can do or how he wants you to go about it.
Got you.
He's like people are going, cancel me for it or try to say some stuff, but this is how I think. This is just my opinion.
Yeah. And you entitled to it 100%.
He's like a fatherly figure to you. He is going to show you everything that you need to do. He is going to lead you in the right direction that you need to go at.
You are 100% correct.
So
That's
it's
exactly
like,
who he is.
And he is our father. He is our king. So it's not, correct, but it's not wrong.
Well, that's why we're a child of God.
Yeah.
He is the heavenly father. So he is our father.
Yeah. So
you are 100% right.
It's like,
you are right. Anybody who disagree with that, they need to, do some research, do whatever you got to do. But I'm telling you, that's right in the money. This man spitting that fire. That fire getting spit right now. You feel that? Woo! Snap. Can't believe it, man. See? Like I said, you can find your discernment any way you need to. Okay? And your awakening, same thing. It doesn't. There's only one right way, truly. But getting your awakening, there's no right way. He believes in he believed in God, Christ, everything. So then, therefore, going forward, you know, all you have to do is just make sure you just stay consistent, let go of any of this worldly matter things. Not saying you have any, but you know,
Everybody
we
does.
fight
You know,
it every
everybody's-
single day,
everybody's
every
not
single
perfect,
day. And you know, like you said, you got a little higher on your wisdom than what you think. You humble yourself, which is great, but from somebody else telling you not to make your head any bigger, because your afro already doing it for you.
You know,
I'm playing.
I got a peanut head under it.
But you know, I can see it, man. You know, and once you take the world for as it is, everything's temporary. You know,
Yeah,
everything's
for sure.
temporary. So it's nothing risking. There's nothing to risk if you know that you're not gonna have it long anyway. Do what I want to be successful, $100,000 every 5 seconds and just wake up to it. I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's God sees something in me that I don't see yet. It's like you are not yet ready for this type of money.
And that goes back to what you said. You asked for what? That patience.
Yep.
So he's putting you in this situation because YouTube is not going to blow you up as fast as you know it's going to blow you up. So he put you in that mindset of you got to start it. But you're not going to start it with 10,000 followers, 1,000 followers.
Oh, nah.
You're going to start it with 5. You're going to start it with 1.
Yep. First one.
So it's like now you got to consistently be about what you asked for.
Yep. It's like these plants right here. These ain't fake, man. These real.
Oh, I know. I can tell.
These real. It's like the plants. You know, you got to water it every day. Gotta give it some sun every now and then. You know, gotta take care of it. If I'm like, oh, I ain't gonna do it today. You know, I ain't gonna worry about it. They're gonna start dying. That one dying already. Because I still water. Yeah, it's already dying. I think it's supposed to. But the point being is, if I was given anything right now, I already know what my worldly mind would be. So I'm gonna give me a house. Because I knew how it felt like to be without one. I'm going to get me a new car because I know how it feels with this car. And it's like, you see what it's doing?
Mm-hmm.
It's showing how ungrateful I sound for what I have now. So I was like, that's the main reason why I was like, I would like to be wealthy, but where the Lord sees me to be wealthy.
Exactly.
And if it's just a basic house, not a mansion, basic house, you know, decent car, enough for family, all that, I would be pleased and I would be grateful because it's more than a lot of other people has. Not in comparison, but my views and stories like, hey, you might be 32 right now, but hey, I know a lot of 32-year-olds that's doing a lot worse. So it is what it is.
As that's where I get to the point where I'm like, I'm only 23. I turned 24 in May. I've done a lot that I look back on and it's like, you know, it doesn't seem like it, right? It doesn't feel like I've accomplished anything, but that's just me. But like you said, if I were to look at it from someone else's perspective, like if I were to look at it in a little kid's perspective, I were to look at it whenever I was younger.
You'd be like, what? That's me?
Like,
I went to Spain?
You know, like younger me would be like, whoa, we did that. Like, this is something that I've already accomplished. And like, it always touches me like emotionally every time I hear it. But like with my little brother, you know, he always asking like, are you going to continue playing basketball? When are you going to play basketball again? I haven't been in tournaments in a while. I haven't played in a while. I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, I think I'm done.
Oh, snap. Really?
And yeah, and that's when, and right before that, like right when I said that is, and that's when he asked me, he's like, you're done? I was like, I don't think I'm gonna play anymore. I was like, I think I've done what I needed to do. And he was like, why? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, do you want me to play more? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, well, I'll see what I can do. I'll see what God has planned for me to do.
Gotcha.
Right after that, I got an invite to go to play in Spain. So it was like,
Oh my gosh, I was gonna say like I said I thought you
Nah,
had
that-
me. You had me.
yeah.
There. I thought this was after you came back from
Nah,
Spain. I was like, you
this was
just
like
went to
right
Spain.
it was right before it too. Like it was right before, and I was like, I'll see what what God has planned for me. I was like, if you want me to play, I'll try to play.
Got you.
And then like it's like now like everything I do is to help him. Like I don't want him to be how I was. I don't want him to be the younger brother I was.
Got you.
Like, I felt like I was under a wing, under two wings, which, I was. I had big names. I had big shoes to fill.
Oh yeah, 100%, man.
So it's like, I don't want him to feel like he's under me. Like a lot of people always say like, oh, when he gets older, he's going to beat you. When he gets older, he's going to do this. And I'm like, I want him to. Exactly. I'm not raising him, but I am building him up to do that. Like I want him to beat me. I want him to be better than me in every aspect he can be. Sports, mind, wisdom, whatever he can be better than me at, I'm paving the way for him.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's just like what's their name? The Ball brothers.
Yeah.
The youngest brother is the best one. It's there, and it's like they paved that for him. It's like, hey, we went through this. We were good. We got into the pros, and then you by yourself. You just happened to get some lucky moves going on there, but also blessed, and now you're better than all of us.
And it's like,
or both of us.
It helps. And like a lot of people are like, well, why don't you go back? And I'm like, if that's not, in my story to go back and play, it's not something that I need to do. I was like, I did it. I was like, that is in my title. That is in my name. No one can ever say I didn't go do that. I have proof that I've went and played in these different countries. I played for these different teams. I've done this. Like,
Are you satisfied with that though?
I feel like I am, because when I first got the invite to go and try out in New York, or not New York, Vegas, to go and play in Italy, I honestly wasn't gonna take it.
Like that?
Because I was just like, I'm done with basketball. I don't want to play anymore.
What put it on your mind? You don't feel like was it God telling you, or you feel like it's just an outside? It's like somebody just.
It was me. Like personally, it was personally me. Like, and like Jay, like that was his thing. His was basketball. Mine, I was just always good at it.
Yeah, I got you.
I've never took it serious. I've never, been in the gym like everybody else has been in the gym. I never, practice like everybody's practice. I was just always good at it, and I feel like if I'm not gonna put my all into something, then why do it?
I feel you.
And I honestly felt like it wasn't my dream. Like,
you feel like you were just kind of doing it to
I feel like I was doing not really in remembrance, because it's like he's always with me. Like, like
I got you.
I got him tatted on me. I got this. He's always in remembrance. I'm never gonna forget him.
Of course.
But I feel like I had a chip on my shoulder for him, because it's like he did it before I did it, and stuff happened with him and college ball and stuff like that he couldn't play no more. Gotcha. And so he gave up, and he was gonna go back and play again, and then he passed away.
Gotcha.
So it's like I feel like I needed to go and do that. I needed to carry on the name. And then I got to the point where I was like, I don't think I need to. Like, I feel like I don't. And I talk to him every day. I talk to God every day. And I was like, is this something that, I didn't say you, I said, do y'all want me to do?
Yeah.
Because I know he's up there with him, So it's like, do y'all want me to do this? Is this something that y'all planned in my life to do? And if it's not, then it's not.
I can see you being satisfied with how far you got, not really loving the game as much
as because if it'd be different if I put my all into it and didn't do anything.
Makes sense. It was completely opposite.
Yeah,
makes sense.
But I feel like me just being able to go do it, and that's also where I get to the point where it's like I feel like I'm not doing it for myself. And it's not like being big headed or anything. It's just Like I'm a real humble person. Like I've learned to be. And I feel like God's put me here in these different positions to show that it's possible to do something that
You didn't even like doing it.
like that you may not even think about doing, or thought, oh well, maybe this could have been my dream right here. Like stuff like that, like being basketball. A lot of kids. I mean, like, you know what they say, like 0.7 point something like that percent make it to the league. And that's just the NBA.
Alone, and it's
So it's like to be able to make it to any league, like professional league, is something that's
super small.
like a percentage that no one does. But being from a small town, not even Lubbock is, big.
It ain't nothing compared to like going to Houston, Dallas,
Right? But I mean, they got, D1, big D1 school. They're growing. They got these 6As, 5As, 4As.
Yeah, true. So they're gonna be there in the next, like, say, 5-10 years. They're gonna be
there. And it's like me coming from a 3A, Littlefield, 2,000 people. Leveland.
lower. Lower.
And then, or Lamesa, a couple thousand people. Leveland. It's like I've made my name, my print. I've put it there for people to be like, okay, he's from here. I know him personally. I've talked to him. Like, if he can make it to these different, places, these different, like, heights, then why can't I? Why can't I do that?
That's the question.
Like, why, what they say? Why not you? If that makes sense. Why not you?
Oh, that's one of my shirts I had.
Like, all it takes is that little circle I said. Is just believe, and you don't always need a supportive group.
Exactly.
You don't always have to have someone in your corner, because you only need 2 people. That's you and God in your corner. Every day. Who's walking with you? Him.
Always. Never, even when you go through the pain and suffering, he said you will never do it alone.
You will never do it alone.
I always bear some of the pain with you.
And whatever suffering and pain and, agony that you go through, he will give it to you 7 times in the future. And that's not me just saying that. That's not me, putting words in people's heads. That's something that's true. And you can go look and read about it and
7.
Stuff like that. 7 is Bible.
Completion.
7 times more. Us going through what we went through for a year. How long did you go through that?
Shoot, a minute, man. From
what, 20?
September 2024 all the way till late January. Late January. So it was
damn near a year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It both took us a year around the same time. Because mine was the start of 2025 to April 7th when I got hired onto this job. The end of 2024 to the start of April 7th.
Dang.
Think about that. April what?
April 2024 to, no, you said January?
No, yeah, the end. I started a job. I got laid off. And when I got hired onto an actual job, right? Think about this. When I said he will give you 7 times more in the future.
Yeah.
Right? I got hired on April 7th of 2025.
7. 7 is still completion.
The completion, right? Mm-hmm. Now, right, I'm able to take these random trips to wherever I want to go. We just got back from Houston. I was able to pay for everything, able to put gas on the way up there, put gas on the way back, pay for food, pay for this, have money left over. Before we left to go over there was a dude at the gas station in a blanket and a cold, stuff like this. Gave him money to get food and a bus ticket to where he needed to be. All he asked for was some money so he can take the bus. But
Give him a little more.
I would never want to be in that situation and someone tell me no.
Mm-hmm.
I would never want to be that dude that's,
You got it, but
you know,
I ain't gonna give it
I'm
to
not
you.
giving it to you. Like, cause like I asked for, use my pockets to fill other people's pockets and fill other people's mouths. So now I got the money to do what I need to do, pay what I need to pay, help out, right?
Yeah.
Whatever my brother wants, he can have it. Whatever, you know, whatever my family needs, whatever she needs, whatever her family needs.
Got it.
I got it because I was in a situation where I couldn't help. She was taking care of me, and I don't care. I'm not, you know, the type of person to be like, oh no, they ain't take care of me. You didn't do that. I did that. Nah, like she took care of me whenever I didn't have anything, where I was struggling.
Yeah, I feel you. I have
Like,
too.
so it's like now it's my turn.
Yeah.
Like I want to give back, and
Sevenfold, what you done for me, I'm gonna give back to you too.
exactly. And looking back on that 7, that 7 is where it took off, where I've been thriving ever since. Been able to do all this stuff, been at peace. And I'm not, you know, like big headed.
Got you.
Like, don't get me wrong, I don't got all the money in the world, you feel me? But like I make enough.
Compared to making nothing to now, it's like, hey, I'm gonna shout and let it all out, man.
You know?
'Cause, God did.
And he did.
God did. Because
And he literally
man,
did. Like it was a true blessing on how I got to where I'm at. And I don't put it on myself. I didn't do that.
Would you go back and change anything
No.
from youngin to now?
No.
Like you would change absolutely nothing.
I wouldn't. You know why? You know, I wouldn't change anything. Like I say, like, you know, I wish I can go, like, the one thing I do say I would go change, and it's not, you know, a money thing or anything like that. It's relationships. And that's relationships with my family.
Gotcha.
Like I was never, like, you know, I was never close to my brothers.
Yeah.
I was never with them. Whenever they were out, whenever Jonah and Jay were out, I'm at home.
Because you were youngin, man. You were the
Not
young
even
one.
that. Not even when I got a little older. I never had that relationship. I never had what they had. I'm only 4 years younger than Jonah. I'm only 2 years younger than Jay.
Hey, youngin too.
So like I never had that connection with them. I never had that connection with my parents. Like, and I hate to say it, it's not like the black sheep of the family, but I'm like the under of the family. Like it was never like,
So you were under the shadow. So
yeah, like it wasn't like my family had a big name around these little towns.
Yeah.
Everybody knows who, my dad, everybody knows my mom, everybody knows my brothers. Or any other of my family members. It's like, oh, you're related to them. Oh, you're that and that. It's
I
not,
can see where it gets annoying. Like, oh,
you know?
yeah, you Jay Sean. I
yeah.
was like, okay. I
And-
was like, well, I'm Jonathan, but
Yeah,
you know,
and that's
like,
how I was. Like it used to make me so mad, like so like mad like that. I was like, man, I was like, why can't I be, you know, somebody? Like why don't I have a name for myself?
Gotcha.
Why am I always under this? But it's not even that. Like now I think about it, I'm like, why didn't I accept it? I had 2 older brothers and a family that was known for good. Not known for being in and out of jail and, you know,
Yeah, but
selling dope and doing all this other stuff. Like it was good things. Like why wasn't I proud of that?
just the flesh, man.
And,
You're envious.
you know?
mad. You know, just like, oh, like I want to be my own. Like this, that's
Exactly.
something with me. Everybody comparing me to my dad. I'm like, I'm nothing like him. You know, it's just I made mistakes, but I learned earlier compared to him, and you know, I'm a living testimony. Like
Exactly.
You can always cut the cycle at any time.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
whenever you have the
mindset.
the mindset and his will to do it. That's the only thing.
Exactly.
So, I mean, wherever you at, Pops, I ain't throwing no shade to you because I know I think he subscribed to it too. But
But yeah,
yeah,
it's like,
this was what it is, man.
that's why I feel that's the only thing I feel like I would go back and change is my relationship Like I feel like I would work more to try to build the relationship, build the bond between
Be
us.
part of it more instead of resenting it.
Yeah, because like, and I don't, no one really knows, and I'm not afraid to say it now and stuff like that. But like before Jay passed, we started building a relationship. Like we got close, and it was weird. Like you ever feel like you ever, you know what I'm saying, you felt that peace.
Yeah.
That full blown happiness, right? That's how I felt. Like we're close. I have the text messages, and he texted me. He was like, "Hey, this weekend, or not this weekend, next weekend, because it was coming up on this weekend." He was like, "Next weekend, let's go beanie shopping, right?" And I'm like, "Let's do it. We don't ever do that. Let's do it." And he was like, "All right, I'll let you know," right? And I'm like, "All right, bam." I got the call that Saturday. Jay's rushed to the hospital. I'm like, wait, and Pedroza called me, Daniel Pedroza.
Yeah, he called me too.
And I was like, whoa, what? And I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I woke up out my sleep. I'm getting dressed. I'm finna go, bam, to the hospital. Yep. Next call, 10 minutes later from my mom. I need you to calm down. Don't be angry. Don't blah, blah, blah. Jay didn't make it. Everything that was before, all that happiness, all that, everything out the window. I turned into an angry, I gotta, get out of this place. I gotta do this, do that. No one could tell me nothing. Like, don't talk to me. Don't blah, 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 out the window. Everything that I've thought I was going towards or building, it was over.
It didn't matter anymore.
Nothing mattered. Like nothing mattered. I didn't want to do anything. I'm like, I got to the and it took me. It took me a while. Like that's why, and that's another reason why I didn't go to Littlefield my senior year. I couldn't play at the same basketball court I shared as my brother. I couldn't go to the same school I shared as my brother. I couldn't do none of that. And it wasn't, because of the name and stuff like that. It was the fact of I couldn't do it. Like, and that's why I moved. I went to Lamesa. I made a name for myself. You go to Lamesa now and ask about me. Everybody knows me.
Yep.
And it's not a bad name. It's not a bad rep. Everybody knows me as this happy, joyful kid, this, building, helping everybody out, teaching the youth. They had me go into middle schools talking to kids, and I'm senior in high school.
So how do you feel like you were being used, even though deep down you were broken?
Yeah. I feel like he used that. And I feel like Jay's story was over. And I'm not saying it was over in the fact of because no one killed him, or murdered. Sorry, no one murdered him or anything. It happened. It was something that was already there, and so I feel like his story was over into the fact of Jay was always a helpful person. Jay was always a family person.
Yeah, he was.
He got me to where I needed to be. He was always on my case about everything. And I didn't know that at the time. Mm-hmm. But looking back now, he was always the person that was, why would you do that? Why you do this? Why'd you do that?
Yeah.
You know
like him, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I was always doing stupid stuff too.
Exactly. Stupid. You know what I'm saying? You got the same thing. That's what I'm saying. And I feel like once he was like, yeah, let's do this. And I was finally getting to the point where it's like, oh yeah, I'm happy, I'm peaceful. No, God was like, you're not done. This is not where your story ends. And he, I feel like he left on a good note. He left on, now I need to build. now I need to push past, you know, my abilities.
Yeah.
Because I was, you know, not, what is the word? I was satisfied on where I was. Knowing I had more in me, knowing I had, you know, a story that's probably, that I don't know, helped people out.
Yeah.
A story that's probably made a kid that thought he wasn't nothing, saved him.
Makes sense.
Like, and now that I think about it, it's like when I moved to Lamesa, it was like a welcoming. It wasn't a no
like
one
running away type of thing.
Yeah, like I felt good. Like I felt like that's where I needed to be, and like I met a lot of people, and I touched a lot of people's hearts. I feel like, and there was a lot of kids that looked up to me and there's a lot of them growing up now, like in high school, and like if y'all see this now, you know, there was one kid that I know for a fact, and I know he won't admit it, but his name is Silas from Lamesa, and when I was in Lamesa, he stayed literally right down the street from me, right down the street, and my boy didn't come up, you know, living in a huge house. I wouldn't even say it was, you know, a nice house, but it was a roof over his head. He was grateful for what he had. He asked me questions on stuff that, you know, I probably didn't know the answer to, but I tried to answer him as well as I could as a, you know, 17, 18-year-old kid.
You don't even know the real world yet. Like,
you know?
I'm still trying to find out myself.
Right. So I feel like I helped him on his journey, especially basketball journey, because that's what he wanted to do. And now if you go look at it, he's the top kid in Lamesa.
Oh, snap.
He is that dude on the football field. He's that dude on that basketball court.
I think I seen him on the 806er then.
Yeah.
I don't think I heard.
I'm telling you that, and it's like that was my dude in Lamesa, like my youngin in Lamesa. And I'm not saying that to tower over him or something like that. I'm saying like
he had a story, and now look what he's doing.
Yeah, like he didn't come from.
You helped him because you got inspired by a higher power to go and do the same to others.
Exactly, and he was able to reach out to me, and I was that person to be able to be his light, his person to look up to and move up. And I feel like me making it and, you know, going to college and hooping, they're like, he got to see that. He got to see I was at college and I hooped at college. He got to see that I went and hooped overseas. And now to see him doing his thing, and I can't take none of the credit for it. And I wouldn't take any other credit for it. Even if I were to train the kid, even if I were to do anything like that, I'm not going to be like, no, I did that. No, he did that because his heart and his mind did that.
Yeah.
So it's like, my purpose in this world right now isn't to make every dollar and every headlines in the world. Is to motivate and push whoever I can. Be able to help who I can. And that's what I always do.
I mean, you helping me now.
And whatever way that you can, you know, that I can provide you, or that you can ask me and I can figure it out, you know, I do it. And in the drop of a pen, I would do it. And that's just because that's who I am. That's who I grew up, you know, by. Like, you know, my parents, they were to help anybody.
Oh yeah, they helped me a lot too.
So it's like that's just me. And of course I'm gonna help whoever is close to me. Even if, you know, we grew up together and I don't talk to you in years. If you were to come to me and be like, dog, I need like $500. I need this. I need that because I'm finna lose this. I'm finna lose my job and blah, blah, blah. Or I lost my job and this. Dog, whatever I could do to help you, even if I got to go out here and sell plates and stuff like that and do this with you. We're going to figure out how to do it. I'm not going I won't personally give you the money for it
Yeah. It
because
ain't gonna teach you nothing.
that's not doing anything for you because you can go and spend this money on something else.
Exactly.
But if I can go and help you and you know that you have someone in your corner that will be like, dang, he came and helped me with this. Like, I have a support group. I have a support system that isn't going to allow me to fall, but isn't going to just give me handouts.
Yeah. It's like I'm willing to work for it, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
And
anybody give me the chance to do so, I'm gonna go back on that chance because
that it's like, why would I want to let that person down?
exactly. You trusted me.
Now
You help me. So
I gotta help you. You scratch my back, I gotta scratch yours.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's what I feel like my purpose is. And I'm not saying that's your purpose, but I feel like in a sense, in a way, that's something that you're doing in a different pathway.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I know how it feels like to beg for help and not get it myself. So when it comes down to it, it's like, I know how it feels. So why would I want you to feel how I felt? You know?
Why would I want you in a situation that I would have to be in?
Well, yeah, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. You know? And even if it's not financial support or, you know, it's just you have my word that you are on my mind when I pray for you.
Exactly.
And it's going to be a genuine prayer for what is the best for you. And like this lady I used to see, Dollar General, in front of Dollar General, you know, it's all the time, you know. My mind, I feel like it was my mind was telling me just keep walking. Just keep walking. Like, don't even look at it because, you know, you look at them, they're going to be like...
They want something.
Yeah, and just keep walking. But I did that for like a week straight, man. Walked past her for a whole week straight. And she was just looking at me. And every day I walked past her, she got worse and worse. And then I know I was fighting a higher power because...
It kept happening.
It kept happening. It just so happened to be there. And another part of me was like, give her some money. Give her some food.
Help her out in some way.
Buy her something. But myself was like, no, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Why do I need to give her the help? I'm freaking struggling. I'm struggling myself. That's why I'm at Dollar Tree all the time, man.
You know?
That's what you're talking about. And so I'm over here battling my spiritual and my flesh at the same time.
Yep.
Just battling. And I'm just like going back and forth. And then I finally gave in. I said, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go buy her some chili Fritos from Sonic or something just to, you know, I ain't giving no money. That we just meet in the middle ground.
Yeah,
I was literally like talking to myself, but felt like I'm talking to somebody else. I was talking to myself. I'm in the car just like, go to Sonic, do this, do this. She ain't getting no money. She ain't getting no money. We ain't no money whatsoever. So I was like, okay, so I went and did it. I was like, oh, she got a dog too, so I'm gonna feel bad for the dog. So I went back and spent more money to get her dog something too. And I felt pleasing. It just felt like, you were gonna deny this feeling of helping somebody, even in the smallest way. Then I came back again. Got her a blanket. I said, it's cold, you know. It's a blanket, man. It's a thick one too. This is a thick blanket.
One of the good ones.
I was like, found an outlet, you know, you can plug it in and it'll get a little steam off of you. It'd be good. And, you know, I haven't seen her since. And she's been on my mind like crazy. And I'm just like, where's she at?
And that's, I put it like this, that's crazy that you say that because it may not even have been somebody that's that's you know, like in reality, think about it. It could have been it genuinely could have been an angel put on the earth just to make you fight that urge to help others. You know what I'm saying? And you're buying all this stuff, you're doing all this stuff, and of course, you know, physical. It's a physical person grabbing it, you know, taking it and stuff like that. But in reality, that's an angel, and that's God testing you. Because I had that same interaction, that same kind of interaction, and it wasn't that same way. Like it wasn't a back and forth. Like I seen. No, it was we had a flag football tournament, basically, and it was with my boy E. I was helping coach, and you know me, I'm always late to everything. Everybody know I am always late to. I got a watch. I got a phone.
He was early for this though.
I was.
He was early. I was like, he gonna be like 8:00. You know, black people. Hey, look, I'm here, man. I was like, hey, it's Friday 7:20.
So I'm late for everything, right? And that's one thing. I was gonna be early to that. I was gonna be early. Well, my early on time to that event, right? I was gonna be on time, but my early to that event, right? I stopped at the gas station. I didn't even have to get gas. I didn't have to get gas. I'm like, man, I need something to drink. Right? Yeah. I'm like, shit, I ain't going there and get something to drink. I stop at the gas pump. I don't ever park. I just stop at the gas pump. I'm finna get out. I see a old head black dude walking up to my car. I'm like, why is he walking to my car? Like, why, you know? And I roll out the window. He don't look, you know, like ripped clothes and all that. Like, he don't look like he's in a struggle. But I'm like, what does he ask? Like, what he need? Roll down my window. And he's like, hey man, he's like, how you doing? And I'm like, I'm good. How about you, sir? Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I'm good. And he was like, hey man, he's like, I'm sorry to, you know, stop you. You look like you're a busy man. You look like you know, you're here for a purpose. You're doing something. I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, why did he say that specific thing? Like, why did he say you're here for a purpose?
So like you're here for a reason, like at the store trying to buy something.
Yeah.
But he
said you're here for a purpose. He didn't say anything else. And he was like, I just wanted to ask you, man, you got some money, dog? Like, he was like, I'm here for my daughter. We came from, I forget where he said he came from, but he was like, she needed heart surgery, and we got heart surgery in the morning, but I don't have any money for a hotel. He was like, I came down here. He was like, it's spontaneous. He was like, with no money because I knew I had to be there. And it's crazy because it's like, whoa, like I can either give this man some money, right? And at that time I had a good job. I was working at the state school, so I was making good money. Like I had cash on me, I had money in my card. And I'm like, I can either one, be like, nah, man, I ain't got it. Knowing I got this money in my pocket. Knowing I got some money that he can get a hotel for a night in my pocket. Or I can two, get this man his money and him not have to go through a heartbreak because he missed his daughter's heart surgery.
You know I ain't gonna rest with you.
And that's where I was like, man, I got you. I was like, you know what? Here. Everything that was in my wallet, all the cash that was in my wallet, bam, it was at least $200.
Oh, snaps.
In my wallet.
God bless.
Took it out. Boom, handed it to him. He said, no, take this. I said, nah. I said, no. I was like, you take that, do what you got to do with it. I was like, get yourself a hotel room, get you something to eat, do what you got to do with that money to be able to survive for, you know, a blessing.
Yeah.
Because in my head, when he said that heart, the heart transplant, that's what Jay passed away with.
From I see the connection.
And I was like, I was like, whoa. And then he proceeds to stop me, right? Whenever I was like, nah, you're good. You can take it. Blah, do what you need to do. And I'm like, and sir, you have a great, blessed day, like rest of your day. And he was like, hey, young man, he's like, let me stop you. And I was like, what you need? And he was like, I wanted to tell you a story. He was like, you look like you got a level head on you, and you look like you're in the right mindset of what you need to do in this world.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I try to be. I was like, I wouldn't say I'm, where I need to be. I was like, but I try to be, helpful. And he was like, oh, I see. He was like, but man, I got a story to tell you. He was like, I don't know if you believe in the Lord and Jesus Christ and stuff like that. And I was like, I do. And he was like, man, it happened a couple years back. He was like, I was, what'd he say? He said, I was at a, kind of gas station where, same situation.
Yeah.
He was like at a gas station, and a dude came up to him and was talking to him about, different things, blah, 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 just having a simple conversation. like me and him had, right? And he was like, yeah, he was like, dude pulled up in a big diesel truck, you know, one of them ones that you could hear when you drive, and a big long, extra long animal trailer, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, one of the ones that, you know, you gonna hear if you drive off, right? You gonna hear when you start up. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, we was having a conversation and, you know, going back and forth. And he was like, he was saying, he told him like how, cause his mother was sick, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, yeah. And dude was like, nah, your mother's gonna be fine. He was like, he's like, I believe it. Right? The dude told the old head. He was like, I believe it. He was like, you just gotta have faith and believe and pray that your mother is gonna be fine. And he was like, I believe it. He was like, why shouldn't you believe that, right? And I was like, that's crazy. I was like, you know? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, after that, he just said, all right, man, you have a great day, a blessed day. He's like, you carry on, blah, blah, blah. He's like, so I turned around and was finna walk in the store. And he was like, but I had another question. And he said, so I turned around. He said, he said that truck, the trailer, he said everything was gone. He said he looked back, that truck and trailer were hundreds of yards gone. And he was like, I believe that was an angel. That was God. That was somebody. Because there's no way you can get that truck and trailer
that off that fast far away
without hearing it. And he was like, a couple weeks later, he said his mom was at the hospital, fully healthy.
Oh, snap.
Walking, talking, doing everything that she used to do. And he was like, I thought back on that same day, he was like, that was God.
Yeah.
He was like, that was nobody else. That couldn't be, and that was him. He was like, and he's like, from now on, he's like, that's why I believe. And he was like, I believe, and he told me, he's like, I believe God sent you here. He was like, you didn't have to pull into this gas station.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do this at this specific time. We didn't have to meet at this specific time, but we did. And you gave me this money to help me be there for my daughter. He was like, you have what I like to say is a reasoning. And I was like, I never thought about it like that. I was like, I genuinely stopped here to get a drink. And he was like,
said a blessing instead.
Exactly. He was like, well, he's like, I believe God pulled you into this gas station to bless somebody. And he was like, that person you blessed was me. He was like, I will pray over you from this day forward. He was like, any prayer I say, he was like, your name will be in it. He's like, you if it's not your name, your thought will be in it. He was like, because without you, I wouldn't be able to get this hotel room. I wouldn't be able to be there for my daughter tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I'm not going to use this money to get food. He's like, I'm going to use this money to get back home after my daughter is healthy. Mm. And I was like, that's crazy. So after I left, I was like in my head, I'm thinking like, whoa, like, why did this just happen at this specific, like that whole scenario was crazy.
You felt something tugging on your heart?
Exactly.
Some type of
like
different feeling?
Like it just felt like I was like a lift. You know what I'm saying? Like it felt like I had a burden on me in some type of way.
That you didn't even know what it was.
That I didn't know. And helping that person out was something that I needed. And from that, like, whenever I got there, you know, of course, you know, it got on me about being late and stuff like that. But I was like, I made it on time, healthy. We ended up winning that tournament. And I'm like, that's crazy. And I even told E about it. Like after a game, like after that first game, I told him about it. He's like, that happened? I was like, bro, that happened at the gas station. Out of all places. I was like, right before I left Lubbock. It was at that Tootin' Totem right on the corner on 4th Street. I was like, because we were going to Levelland. Yeah. I was like, on that Tootin' Totem on the corner. I was like, I didn't even get a drink. And that's what I went there for. I was like, but.
You got replenished.
I was
on the blessing that you gave somebody else.
I felt so, you know, joyful and good inside that
You feel
it
clenched.
just kind of, like I was good. I ain't need anything. And it was like, that had to have been an angel. He may not even have been a actual, person. He may have been a person. He may have just been an angel. But I'm like, everything that led up to that whole story,
Encounterment, that whole thing.
was kind of like, why? Like, why me?
Why not you?
And exactly. And I'm like, it's blessings everywhere. Like, it's little things that you can do in this little, in this crazy world, like right now, that you can bless somebody else. You can help somebody else in a different aspect that you may not know that you're helping them. You may not think about it at the time. Like right now, like me doing this, us talking about this may hit you a different way and may change your mind in a different way than you knew before we got into this.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You putting your first foot in the door could inspire somebody else. Like, oh, he spoke out about it. Now I can get the courage to come and speak also. And just hearing the voices of Lubbock and their testimonies and walk. That's,
Exactly.
like I said, that's the purpose, to awaken purpose.
exactly. Like, you just starting with me can and will. I'm not even going to say can. This will put confidence in you and put your mindset in the right direction on where you need to be. And I'm not saying that because, brother to brother. I'm saying that because I know what's going to happen. You didn't start this for no reason. You didn't, set this place up for this exact reason. You didn't buy these chairs, this table, that phone, lights for no reason.
No.
You bought this because you had a plan. You had a dream. And you're trying to make that a reality.
Yeah. Deep as I can. In reality, just get the message out as far as possible. Talk to many pastors as possible. Looking at you, Pastor Phillips. I need you in this chair. I would love to have a one-on-one conversation with Pastor Phillips, man. I ain't ready for it, but
And that's something that will happen.
Ugh.
If you stay consistent and you stay doing what you need to do. And by all means, if I gotta sit in this chair every podcast,
Oh, that was nice stuff.
I come sit in this chair. It don't matter. I got time. I have, all the time in the world to help others. Like I said,
Yeah.
this is like, I'm gonna say it, I'm not put on this earth to live for me.
Yeah.
And that's not it. I'm here to put out into the world, put good out into this world. And it starts by one person.
And spread it on and hope that person help others. Just keep spreading it.
Exactly. And that's
I
it.
love
You just
it.
got to be a influential person in a good way. And now I feel like doing this podcast with somebody else, like at first, I feel like you weren't, confident in what you're doing. You're kind of nervous. You could see it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Which I know where you're coming from.
Well, the first video, man, I was just dude.
I know.
That's what I was telling him. I said, I'm gonna keep it in there because I was stuttering. I was like, ain't nothing gonna be perfect. Just
Nothing.
let it go. And then when you're with somebody else, especially somebody you're familiar with, it's just steamroll.
It's smooth. And then at the beginning, it was still kind of like you were working the little crinkles and nervousness out. But it's like now I feel like even if I wasn't in this chair, you can talk to this camera all you want to do.
Yeah, I got that. I feel that one.
So it's like it's like you can be able to do this because the confidence is there. Because it wasn't me getting in this chair helping you. It was you just having the idea of it.
Got you.
It was you being able to be here in that chair and have the camera to be able to, keep this going. Be able to have the,
Glory to
self-control.
God. Yep, all glory to God. Say, hey, I might be scared, but your will is bigger than my fear. That's what I can tell
Exactly.
myself. I'm like, hey, even if I don't have nothing to say, it's like,
It's going to figure out something.
try again, keep trying again. But I think we're going to come to a close on this podcast right here. Thanks again. It means a lot that you came.
Oh, of course. Getting
Getting that first episode of an actual one-on-one podcast. But You my boy, man. You my boy. You know that.
Of course.
Can't
you
leave
know.
you empty-handed. So let me go and get you something right quick, man. Just for you, got your own little podcast. Make it do it. Make it do it. Just
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
let me see that. Let me see that.
Just like that. Just like that, man.
Okay. Hey, y'all see it. Y'all see it.
Yeah, he
Yes, sir.
officially, he's officially tapped into this. I hope, many others will come out and express their testimonial. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Like I said, a scared mind only lacks in close opportunities. So you need to have, that strength. Pray about it. Don't just do it. I wouldn't just have you just come out and without, praying about it. Pray on it. See what God puts on your heart to share your story, and just get it out there. That's all you got to do.
Because if you like I said earlier, you cannot if you ask not. You got to ask for it to be blessed with it.
And believe that you already received it before you got it. And as always, my Tap fam.
And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and to his YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Show my brother his love.
Y'all stay blessed out there and stay tuned for the next one. It's a Tap out.